Hi YouTube, how's everyone doing? I hope you're all doing well. I'm back with another Phasmophobia video for you guys. This video is going to cover the custom difficulty that I use and an explanation on why I use it. So let's go ahead and get into the video. Okay, let's talk about the difficulty that I personally use in my solo runs of Phasmophobia. It's a times 6 difficulty that plays very similar to Professional. You can also use this difficulty for the Apocalypse Bronze Challenge. It's really not that much harder than Professional, so let's go ahead and take a look at the difficulty settings. Starting Sanity at 100%, Sanity Pills at 10%. This gives you over the course of the contract 140% sanity to work with, which is plenty for a small map, which is what this is intended for. Sanity drain speed at 200. You're not going to be staying in the dark for long. Always keep the lights on and the breaker on to prevent sanity drain. Sprinting is off. It is annoying to not be able to sprint, but in small maps it's not too noticeable, especially with player speed at 100%. Flashlights are on. Even though I don't personally use them, I do use them for some item techs. And you have to have lose items and consumables on, because if you turn it off, the reward immediately goes to 0. So as for our ghost settings, we're not trying to get hunted on this difficulty, so we're going to juice the ghost as high as possible. Ghost speed at 150%, roaming frequency high, and change favorite rooms high. You should be getting in and out of the house quick enough that it's not going to change favorite rooms. Activity level low and event frequency low. Honestly, it's not that noticeable having it on low. Still get your evidence. Friendly ghost is of course off, because if you turn it on, then your reward goes to 0. Grace period is 0. We don't really need a grace period. Hunt duration is high. Again, we are not trying to get hunted, so it doesn't really matter if we have it on high. Kills extend hunts doesn't change your reward, and it doesn't matter because you're playing solo, so you can keep that off. Evidence given, this is the big one. You get 3, unlike Nightmare mode. Fingerprints chance at 100% because, we do want our evidence. The only difference is that we have a 15-second duration, so you have to be on top of your fingerprints. Not that big of a deal. So let's go ahead and look at the contract. Setup time at 0. We don't need setup time, it's not very important. Weather is on heavy rain. Heavy rain gives the highest multiplier. Doors starting open is on high. Not really that big of a deal if the doors start open. Number of hiding places are none. Now, there are some spots you can still hide in on certain maps, so it's not really the biggest deal, but again, we're not trying to get hunted on this difficulty. Sanity monitor is very important because, again, we're not trying to get hunted. Activity monitor is off. It's not a big deal. It's just a truck thing. Fuse box starts off, so you really do need to know where the fuse box is, especially since we don't have it visible from the truck. So just know where the fuse box spawns on the map that you're playing on, and this really doesn't change anything. And then cursed possessions are 0, which on Nightmare mode it's the same. You don't get a cursed possession either. So with this, you get a times 6 difficulty similar to Nightmare, but it plays very similar to Professional, so it's a little more of a laid back difficulty. So we're going to go ahead and apply this, and we're going to play a quick game on 13 Willow Street with this difficulty. So let's go ahead and get into 13 Willow Street. Okay, so maybe we get 1 or 2 of these objectives, maybe all 3. but it's not really important. What's important is doing this as quickly as possible, because the money will just roll in. So, the starting items that I normally grab are the video camera for the night vision, the EMF, and the thermometer. Start flicking on light switches as you come in. So the breaker can either be in the garage right here, or it's in the basement. So unfortunately we got the basement. Let's go ahead and get that on. Checking for orbs as we go. Oh, I wonder. Cold? It's 41. I don't know if it's just a cold ambient. It's very possible that that might be the ghost room, actually. Yeah, I think we got extremely lucky, and that's the ghost room. So ideally, this is the situation you want, is to find the ghost room as quickly as possible. Warming up. No, this is probably the ghost room. I'm pretty confident. I'm gonna set up here. Oh, we got the bone. Cool. It's just touched this door, I think. So it's definitely down here. So let's go ahead and get the next set of equipment. I know not being able to sprint is really annoying, but it's still a small house, so 100% movement speed isn't too bad. It's our next set of equipment. It is really nice to find the ghost room right off the bat. It really speeds this kind of difficulty up a good bit. Five. Check out here real quick. 36. Okay, so it wasn't that room, it was the big room. So with that being said, we still just opened the door behind me. We still don't have orbs, so there is that. Really likes touching that door. So like I said, having interactions on low isn't really that big of a deal because the ghost still interacts with things. Alright, so that's clearly dots. It's not a Goryo, so that's something. Since we have dots, I'm probably just gonna do this and turn that off. Quick check of the temperature. 38 and 35. So it could still go freezing. We'll check that a few more times. Let's get this light off. Are you friendly? How old are you?
Of a young
Okay, cool. We're getting a lot. So we could wraith check very easily just by bringing some salt in along with our UV light, which I will probably do. Grab a salt, grab a UV light. We check down here. Guess we'll grab another book while we go down. You always want to get the most book and dot coverage you can. Just because you put something down in the ghost room doesn't mean that a ghost is going to interact with it. Spread it out a little bit. So we're going to learn two things from the salt, if it's a wraith or not. Go ahead and I'll put this book over here. Okay, so we know it's not a wraith, and we have fingerprints. So then that makes it a phantom. So yeah, we got a phantom. Let's go ahead and get out of here. See how long this took, and see how much money we make. But as you can see, it's not that much different from professional, and you're making twice the money. Alright, we got a phantom. So, $1,525 in 6 minutes and 38 seconds. That's pretty good. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Maybe try this custom difficulty in one of your future games. If you liked the video, please leave a like. It really helps a lot. If you want to see more from me in the future, please consider subscribing. Thanks again for watching. I really appreciate it.